Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We have a beer with a very delightful name. It's quite funny, quite humorous. RIWAKA OnlyFans. Little hot boy there, or girl. Probably a girl. Censored. So it's a dry hops California style Pilsner. It's one for the RIWAKA lovers out there. There's a lot of them out there. 440ml can, 6% by Garage Project out of Wellington, New Zealand. I like the can artwork too. It's cool. Simple but effective. So yeah, we'll read what's on the back. Haters gonna hate. An unapologetic showcase of one of New Zealand's most intense and distinctive hops. This dry hops California style Pilsner creates the perfect beer style for RIWAKA to shine in its own unique way in a glorious blaze of vibrant lime, rich tropical fruit, and that unmistakable hint of diesel. Kush. This one's for the fans. Pretty cool. I've got my hashtag proper glassware. Happy. Can you see the year? 2020. So yeah, Garage Project's own festival that they held there for a couple of years. Cheers to Evie in the chat. Good to see you again, mate. Let's get into it. So yeah, a bar I went to in Melbourne, not last weekend, the one before. The bartender there was like really good personality, really good dude. And he said, yeah, this is one of his favourite beers he's ever had on tap. So that's pretty cool. I love a hoppy Pilsner. It's just something about them. You can session them all day. Bit of dirty glassware. We don't want to smash it like my good glass. Okay. So the colour's pretty accurate in my camera, which is not usually the case. So yeah, it's like I would say like a medium straw colour. Similar colour to like a white wine. Or even, champagne's normally a bit lighter. But yeah, carbonation's fairly active. There's a lot of bubbles going nuts. The head's, there's not much to it, just a one finger head. Slightly hazy. I can nearly see through it. Body, I would say light to medium. Cheers, Steve. Good to see you. Yes. I was actually with a girl that had one, like prior to me meeting her, and yeah, she still sort of dabbled with it around the time we sort of first started hooking up, and I just found it really weird. I definitely wouldn't approve of like being in a relationship with someone that had one. Cheers, Juzz. So let's have a little whiffy roo. I see what they mean about the dankness and the diesel. Yes. So yeah, funnily enough, Juzzy in particular, sometimes you'll have a beer and the hops give off like a diesel character, like as in diesel that you put in your vehicle. That's so weird. And it's like you'd think it'd be really unpleasant, but it's sort of a cool thing. It's mainly in the aroma. And yeah, I'm getting it in this. It's a New Zealand hop sort of thing. Quite often you'll get it in Nelson. So yeah, it's quite dank. There's like a berry note to it. Yeah, definitely some lime, pineapple. maybe some passion fruit. It's got a little sort of white wine character to it. You're getting that like touch of grape. Yeah, like quite floral, grassy. There's a lot going on in the nose for a Pilsner. Normally Pilsners are very clean and yeah, not much going on with the aroma, but this one's like smelling a bloody dry hopped IPA. Oh, it smells very, very nice. I would say, as far as the base goes, it's like probably 50-50 bready and biscuit, maybe slightly grainy. That aroma makes me smile. Yeah, cheers to everyone that's joined again. Good to see you all on this hump night. One thing I thought of though is like, you know how you get a lot of these people that have OnlyFans accounts and they have YouTube channels and they'll like promote OnlyFans on YouTube and get flagged and shit. I thought it'd be funny, like if I'm just promoting a beer that's got OnlyFans in the title and then like the algorithm stops it from getting shown. As a joke, I put hashtag OF, hashtag follow, hashtag subscribe. Join my OF. Cheers, Sean. Good to see you, bro. I take it you wouldn't like my beanie. Anyway, let's have a drink. I could smell it all night. It smells awesome, but it's so weird that something smells like, yeah, like fresh flowers and fruit, but also with a hint of diesel thrown in. And some bread. Someone just gets some bread and goes, here you go. Chuck that in too, bro. Maybe the bread is soaked in diesel. Cheers. See, that looks pretty accurate, that colour. Every now and then you'll get a beer that looks accurate, and then you'll get other ones that are just way off in colour. I'll chuck her in the lawnmower and see if it starts up. That is nice. It's really different. I must admit, the first taste I got like a real peach note to it. It made me think of like sweet peach, like an iced tea. That diesel character carries through to the taste a little bit, but you're definitely getting like, yeah, passion fruit and pineapple, and then yeah, like lime. So I've always loved when you get, as a kid, you get ice creams or icy poles that were pine lime, like pineapple and lime. I think it's a good flavour combo, and you're getting a lot of that here. I don't know if you remember the old splices, pine lime. They were good shit back in the summer days as a kid. Nah, it's actually pretty dry and got a bit of bitterness to it. If anything, it's like slightly tart. like like those on OnlyFans. Nah, it's because of I'm getting like some tartness from the passion fruit and the lime. If it was an IPA, it'd probably be sweeter. But yeah, it's like a crisp pilsner, but just yeah, a heap of hop character to it. I'd love to know how much, like how many hops they put in, what the ratio to the actual brew is, because it just feels like they've smashed in so many. I can definitely see people's hype for it, especially if you're a fan of the hop. Because yeah, for one, like a singular hop beer, it's just got so much complexity. There's so much going on in it, and yeah, it's only like a pilsner. It's one of those beers I'd love for a few other people to try and let me know their thoughts, because I feel like it could be sort of divisive. Some people would be like, "Nah, it's not for me." If only I had another can, but yeah, I've only got the one. Oh, I didn't even realise up close the hops blurred. See down the bottom, oh, the whole thing actually. That's even cooler. So yeah, for those of you unfamiliar, RIWAKA is like a relatively new, or not. It's not new. It's been around for a few years, but it's a New Zealand hop. A lot of them have like Maori style names, so it's always funny hearing people trying to pronounce them. And yeah, just being in Australia, you'll sort of hear the names pronounced correctly, and then you'll hear Europeans trying to say them or Americans. It's quite funny. Yeah, won't be too far away. I seen a guy the other day, and he's wearing a Carolina like sweat, like a like a sweater. And I thought that's fucking random. Seeing a guy in Australia that's like a Carolina supporter, especially with how they're going lately. But yeah, like he could have been from that area. I'll never forget. I got off the train once at the main train station in Melbourne, and I had my Vikings hoodie on. And this guy's like, Vikings, Minnesota, Skull, and all this shit, and got really excited. And I'm like, what the fuck's this guy on about? And he goes, I'm from Minnesota. I follow them. Do you really go for them? Do you know them? Name some players. He got like really excited. and then and it was almost like he wanted to like become mates just because he was so blown away. But like we were both in a hurry to get to places. And he's like sort of like waving in the distance. It probably could have been the start of a real good friendship. We would have went and shared a beer together. And cool. Yeah, that would have been really dank. How long you been homebrewing for, Kim? Cheers, Susie. Long time no see. Hope you're well. I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. What do they say when you get the hiccups? You got to what? tip yourself upside down and drink some water. Ah, good to hear. Yeah, it's just in Australia, most of the craft's in cans. That is a fair question. You don't often see me with bottles. Even looking, I've quite often there'll be a little pile of like cans build up until I get rid of them. And yeah, the only bottle out of quite a few cans here. There's only one bottle in the whole mix, and it's a stout. That one by Holgate out of Woodend. You just don't see bottles much in Australian craft beer now. Obviously, it's cheaper to do cans. 2016 to 22. Oh yeah. I like your confidence. Yeah, I homebrewed for a little while. All up, I like it. Yeah, sort of. I went through stages, but I probably had as many shit beers as good ones. I just never really had the decent setup, and then yeah, I moved house, and yeah, I just where I was after that, I just didn't really have the spot for it. So I want to get back into it again at some stage. Yeah. Now, quite often when I get like a bourbon barrel aged stout or something, it'll be in a bottle, but just most craft beers in general are like in cans. And saying, oh, I guess macro beers you get bottles. Whenever I have VB, which is quite often, normally I'll go the stubbies over the cans. Quite often now, though, I'll do like my own recycling. You know how you have those things set up and you can take your shit with you and get money back for it. So it's definitely a lot easier with cans. Cheers, Brevis. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. This is what I'm drinking. Very funny name and label. Surprised YouTube isn't flagging me for promoting my OF accounts. Yeah, quite often it does. Unless it's like clear glass and it's been sitting in the light, then it like the beer tastes skunked. Oh, it's so delightful. It's weird how it like yeah, like if I could describe it, you get that like diesel note, which is really weird, but it's almost like you're drinking like a liquid equivalent of perfume. like, I mean, well, perfume is liquid, but like, yeah, it's just like really floral. It doesn't. I'm not like, yeah, it's got like notes of diesel and perfume. It certainly doesn't sound inviting, does it, for a beer? But that's just how weird beer is. I mean, you're getting like, yeah, lime and pineapple and passion fruit and peach and like, yeah, biscuity, bready notes. But yeah, just this huge, like, floral character and petroleum. It's just amazing that one hop can produce so many like characters. So has anyone got anything planned that's decent for the weekend? I'm considering maybe going to the city again. I can't really afford it, but you only live once. Yeah, for sure. It's amazing how just slight subtle changes can completely change yeah, a style or a character of a beer. It's cool. Yeah, I made a really nice vanilla stout once, a nice West Coast IPA, and yeah, a really nice ginger beer once as well. But yeah, I've had some beers that have been terrible. I mean, most home brewers when they first start out have the occasional shit beer. Most of it for me was like temperature fluctuations, and yeah, it's it can be quite tough if you don't have a decent setup and you live in a like because I live in Victoria. Yeah, obviously the temperature fluctuates so much, so it can go from like fucking during summertime and that it can be like 40 degrees, and then 3 days later it's like 15. It's yeah, so it's not ideal for home brewing. Yeah, we'll have to organise another catch up, dude. We'll get on the beers, do like a yeah, couple of breweries or pubs or both, and get a feed somewhere. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he definitely does. He's normally like 6 or 7 days a week, and then he's out there doing the God's work as well. Yeah, that's good about it, the quick turnaround. So there's some people out there that don't rate it. They don't enjoy the flavors you get from it, but it's good. Sort of reminds me, it's got like a almost like a rye quality to it. Like there's a sort of like a spice note you get when you with the yeast, I reckon. Yeah. Yep. Funny you say that. I'm actually going to a wild ale, like wild ferment sour, like festival coming up soon. Yeah, I love that sort of shit. It'll be like a mixture of sort of those style beers. Um, yeah, even like Berliner Weiss and sort of more like German sort of fruit sour styles, and then yeah, like farmhouse stuff as well. You'll get like saisons and that sort of shit. It's really cool. I just wish they had it at the original venue though. They've changed it to the brewery location. It's not as good. I've still got a bottle of Cantillon and a bottle of Three Fontaine sitting in the cupboard. I was going to review both of them with yeah some other people on YouTube, but we just haven't got around to it. they're both just basics of those two breweries. I've had shitloads of Three Fontaine. Cantillon, I've probably had, I don't know, maybe 8 or so different ones. Like, some people go mad for them. It's like their favourite style of beer. But yeah, I definitely prefer. Like, my ultimate is like a big barrel aged impy stout. It's definitely my favourite style. And as my palate's sort of changed over the years, like, I used to like really sweet stouts with heaps of like adjuncts added, but now I seem to lean more towards like a real rich roasty, like a Russian Imperial. But yeah, when they're like barrel aged, like whiskey, bourbon, rum, so good. I really want to listen to tunes now, just after having a couple of beers. Yeah. What's the name of the? There's one that starts with A. I was listening to them this morning walking to work. Oh, I can't remember. I've got the photo of the lineup here. I think the tickets go on sale for, like, if you signed up, tickets go on Alpha Wolf. So yeah, what I've heard of them, I like. Amity Affliction, I probably need to get into more. I'm familiar with them, but not like, yeah. It's going to be so good. Geelong Showgrounds, Sunday, 22nd of February. Yeah, it's like, do I go Geelong because it's like close to me? But the shit thing is, it's on a Sunday, so I'll probably have to take Monday off work. Or do I wait and go the weekend after, go to the Saturday one in Melbourne? But it's out at fucking Scoresby, so it'd just be a pain in the bum getting out there. I think I got to do Geelong. Do Geelong, have a night out in Geelong, maybe stay there the night and just take Monday off work. Yeah, boy. Alpha Wolf. This is what shits me about YouTube. This is about the only music you can play. Every time I play tunes, I get in trouble, so I don't want to risk it anymore. I need like a non-copyrighted playlist. Which one's the rock one? I'm sure there's one that's rocky. See, when TJ plays music, he deletes the stream, so he gets away with it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You miss more, Phil, because I did another stream prior to this one. So you've probably missed about 55 minutes so far. because I think the first one went for about 27. See, I'm over that tune already. Check out this photo. You ready? That's my little Jackie boy. It's an awesome photo, that. It's got that regal look on his face. Yeah, fucking oath. I love it. Quite often when I'm in the city, I'll just go for a stroll and just go check out some artwork. There's a lot of good shit in like Fitzroy, Footscray. I've actually, when I've watched footage in Frankston, it looks like there's heaps of good street art there. I was like, fuck. Yeah, that music stinks. I want to hear some more Sleep Token. If you're sleeping on Sleep Token, you need to wake up and listen to them. Cool. Yeah, I haven't had a Beavertown beer for years. I remember Beavertown was one of the first English breweries I tried. I reckon Beavertown, Magic Rock, and yeah, who else was there in those early days? Might have even been Cloudwater. It was that Brewdog were definitely one of the earlier ones, but they're Scottish. I'll never forget when I first tried Punk IPA. It was such a good beer. And now you have it, and you're just like, what is this mess? So I reckon a score for this beer, I'd probably go a 4.3 out of 5. It's very, very nice for a hoppy Pilsner. And to be honest, I'm not a huge RIWAKA fan, but I'm just impressed by the complexity and all the different flavour notes. It's very, very nice. Yeah. Well, there is a Beavertown. They're owned by one of the big, like they sold out, didn't they? They're not independent anymore. The Last Abbey, is that like the Lost Abbey? Is that like a Californian brewery? Or is it like a place or a band, or there's some sort of Californian brewery that's got a similar name, but you might be talking about something different. Yeah, I thought so. I'm pretty sure they're tied up with another brewery, but they're like Lost Abbey are like, aren't they like sour ales and stuff? I just can't remember which brewery they're a part of. Might be like Pizza Port or one of those big Californian breweries. Dunk, 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 dunk. Now that's stuck in my head. Damn it! I was sort of hoping Polaris might be on that festival lineup, just because they're starting to get a bit of hype for themselves. I feel like they're a band to be good to see live. And yeah, another band that Parkway seem to get on real well with is Killswitch Engage. Like the guitarist has worked with them heaps, like production and stuff. Yeah, the old cork and cage, as they say. Oh man, it's good. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Yeah, boy. Oh yeah, cool. I can hear the train coming. I might jump on it and go to the city. Let's get on it. Yeah, it's definitely a place for me with when it comes to like comedy and like funny beer names and labels. It certainly gets your attention. Yeah, Garage Project, they're good dudes. Definitely one of my favourite breweries. Unfortunately, some of their stuff gets contract brewed here in Australia, and I just don't feel it's as good. Pardon me, that was very rude. Yeah. Yeah, so give us the old thumbs up if you haven't already. I'm getting close now to 600 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. I've been going now for just over a year. It's always tough when you're in the beer world because it's obviously not a huge market, so it's very slow. But good thing with this channel, it's just growing organically, and I feel like that's the best way to do it. I don't promote myself very often, or certainly wouldn't be the type that'd be paying for subscribers. That's ridiculous. But yeah, it's just a hobby. Obviously, it's good if you could get some sort of reward for your work at the end of the day. But the main reason I do it is just to interact with people. It's fun. It's cool when you come up, you can just jump on here and talk shit with people, and it's pretty crazy. I've always been one of those people that can talk shit till the cows come home, even if no one's around. So it just comes naturally, sort of thing. Reviews smokes. Yeah, cheers, Phil. Appreciated, mate. It's people like you guys that, make it easier to do. It's good to have, regular people that come up and you sort of build a relationship with them, and you'll have similar interests. And like I love the fact that it's like beer reviews, but you just go on a tangent and start talking about random shit. I feel like even if, like, say I had to give up beer for a while, like I'd still jump on here with a coffee and just talk shit with people. Nah, not really, dude. Because I'm like mainly guitar. Like, I'm one of those people, even when I listen to a lot of rock and metal music, I'm not really thinking too much about the vocals and the lyrics. It's always been about the music. So, and love guitar, love bass, love drums. So it's like, I do. There are other genres that I enjoy, but just a lot of rap and that I just don't really get into. I like some old school sort of hip hop, like I was into like Biggie and that sort of stuff, but I can't. I'm certainly not one of those people that gets into like EDM and all that shit. I just couldn't think of anything worse than, I don't know, dressing up in stupid fluoro outfits and paying fucking $300 to watch people pushing buttons and everyone's drug fucked and just like, I don't know, just it's not my scene. I love to go to a pub and see some, I don't know, some dudes just, yeah, playing their hearts out on their instruments and writing their own shit. Cheers, Evie. Oh, yeah. Jeez. If they're sending them from Australia, that's ridiculous because they're so expensive here, and then just to send them would be ridiculous. Yeah, I was talking about the channel to a mate at work today, and I said how, like, it's pretty easy with my channel because it's just live reviews. So, I mean, a lot of people would find that daunting and wouldn't be able to do it, but I find it easy. But then, like, my channel doesn't have editing and like awesome camera work and display shit and all that stuff. So, it's like everyone has their own shit that they're good at, or makes them a little bit different or stand out. For me, it's just more about the character. And I mean, obviously I review some really good beers, and but it's just fun. Like, even if I'm in a shit mood, I can jump on here and it makes me feel better. But most of the time I'm pretty upbeat anyway. So I always like to do reviews with other people. It's one of my favourite things, but it's been really hard lately with work, just in the time difference. When I did night shift, quite often I was doing stuff with the American boys. But now that I'm not doing nights anymore, I find it hard to, like, do shit with them unless it's on a weekend. Yeah, definitely. See, there's two pubs in my hometown. Oh, sorry, not my hometown. It's in the town I live in now. They're so expensive with everything. No one goes to them because it's a little hometown, like a little small town that's like set in its ways. People don't want to go there and spend money on food and drink when it's outrageous prices. But these pubs just keep pouring more and more money into their facilities. And it's like, how the fuck are they surviving, let alone building more features and brand new paint jobs and new signage and stuff? And then I'm like, oh, I keep forgetting pokies. And one thing I've noticed, a lot of young males now that still live with their mummy and daddy, if they're in jobs where they're earning some good money, they're wasting a lot of their cash going to pokies. It seems to be very popular now with a lot of the young guys. I never got into it. I've only ever sat at a pokey machine. I've never used one. I only sat at one because a mate was playing next to me. So I just sat there and thought I don't even want to have a go. Nah, remember I told you, Phil, I've got a ring light. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just a shit camera. So I remember you saying I need to get a ring light, but I've already got one. Yeah, it's just like the angle it's on. Sometimes my camera looks a lot better than what it. Yeah, it hasn't been too bad lately. I just think I need a decent camera. I'm disappointed those two beers are over. We'll do it all again tomorrow night, people. I'm trying to think what I might have tomorrow night. I do have a. I've got like about 6 different Aldi beers. So I was going to do a stream where it'll probably go for like an hour and a half or so, and I'll drink just all Aldi beers and judge them. They're all probably going to be shit, but it's just worthy of trying them out and doing them together, sort of side by side. So that's a possibility tomorrow night. I think I'm also getting a new shipment tomorrow. I'll probably come home from work and the postie will arrive around the time I finish. So I'll have some new beers there. But yeah, bloody oath. Pokies are, how do you describe them? Poke. We just call them pokies or pokey machines. Slot machines. Machines where you just put your money in and you press a button and different symbols come up and you lose all your money. I don't know what you call them in the UK. Yeah. So they're absolutely massive in Australia because it was the only way that pubs could sort of survive. It's funny, the government hates them, yet they'll keep making it harder for pubs to earn money naturally in other ways. So it's like, well, you've encouraged this behaviour. One-armed bandits. Yeah. Yeah, I've honestly never. It's like cigarettes. I've never just had a cigarette. I've never wanted one. I've had like family members, yeah, pass away from throat cancer, and I just always hated the smell. It's like I never want to touch this shit. Yeah, yeah, fucking oath. When you're a brewery and 50% of the cost of your beer is going to tax, it's like it must be pretty I don't know, hard not to just give up. Yeah. Yeah, cigarettes here, dude, are so ridiculously expensive. I always find it odd that the lower demographic, even a lot of people that don't work, are still able to afford them. It's like I just don't understand. There must be so many people out there that are getting like disability payments and all these payments that I don't know of. Yep. Yeah, I remember Tommy Lee from Motley Crue when they did their last tour here. He was putting photos up of the price of smokes in Australia up on his Instagram. And everyone was just like amazed. They're like, I can't believe they're that fucking expensive. 12 bucks a packet. Whereabouts? What, in 1970? Every pack of smokes I see is like fucking $40, $50. I'll never forget. I went to the supermarket once, and then I went to a smoke shop that was in the supermarket. I wanted a a cigar. It was like for a special occasion, and yeah, like if you had got this same cigar that I was looking at, it would have been about $4 in America. And I priced it. It was like it wasn't even like obviously it's not Cuban, it's like Dominican or something. It was about that big and like medium thickness. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be about $42. I'm like, $42 for one cigar. Fuck off. That is ridiculous. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know about any of that because I don't smoke. You see a lot of people like rolling up their own these days. Yes, good. Suck shit to them. I think with some of the decisions politicians have made over the years, we should be able to get in a ring with them and just like go hell for leather. I'll go Dan Andrews. I'd love to just beat the life out of him. I'll probably get flagged for saying that. The Chinese will get me because they love him. Cheers, Disco. Good to see you, brother. Popped into your stream briefly again while I was at work. It's good around the time where I go for my first coffee. You're normally doing your stream. Yeah, I can't stand him. I don't like most politicians, but he's one that stands out as one I just love to. Yeah. What's the real like harsh? Is it Virginia? Is Virginia the ones that were real harsh and like they've got like a real strong smell to them? The sort of cigarette you'll have like one and you get cancer straight away. Yeah, cool. What's the weather like there? Still like relatively warm? Yep. Yeah. There's so many things that during that pandemic that I absolutely hate him for. There was 2 weeks of my life when I was stuck. I was stuck at home. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't even take my dogs for a walk. Had to order groceries online. I was stuck in my own house by myself. So you can imagine how fucking hard that was. I feel stronger mentally from going through that shit. But just the all the footage of the police and how fucking it was brutal. Being in Victoria during the pandemic was I was just at that point where I was like, I don't want to live in this state anymore. I'm ashamed. Jail tobacco. It's like when you get like the different coffees like blend Nescafe Blend 43 and then you get that international roast. I call that jail coffee. It's just the lowest quality of like coffee you can get. It's always in this fucking massive white tin. Yeah, fucking oath. That was a huge thing for me. And because I had no one else to support me and I was told I'd lose my job, it was like I had to get it done and I was so fucking pissed off. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. There was all these people in the union and stuff fucking going nuts. It was a fucking terrible time in Victoria. We were we had the most harshest lockdowns in the whole world. And now we have the worst alcohol taxes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm hugely patriotic Australian, but I fucking hate the government and especially the Victorian government. And it's got nothing to do with Labor or Liberal. They're all fucking scum. I couldn't give a fuck about any of them. But yeah, just the whole Dan Andrews government's like the worst ever. Yeah, that's it. I forgot about that. The fucking curfew. You couldn't even go for a drive at night. And yeah, that was fucked. Yeah, two fat pigeons. They've had they've had too many imperial stouts over the years. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, fucking oath. One, I mean, it was good for, yeah, it did make this sort of whole online hanging out and that, like, it made it pretty cool. But yeah, obviously most shit's negative. There seems to be a lot of people that work from home now since the pandemic. Anyone in our business that I work for that works from home, they're sort of looked upon as people that don't really mean much to the company. We sort of think if you're working from home, you must be in a pretty fucking cruisy job where you do fuck all. I mean, in other businesses, yeah, fair enough, but just in our industry, I don't see the point in it. We got this one guy that does like scheduling and maybe some rostering and stuff, and works from home and does fuck all. Probably gets paid twice as much as what I do, and he still can't get it right. And that's all he has to do. It's like, where are you finding these people? But yeah, might wrap it up. Fuck, this has been going for an hour. Jesus. The old tangent. But as I said, that's what it's all about, talking shit with my peeps. And yeah, I enjoy it thoroughly. Um, yeah, I'll be back around the same time tomorrow. Don't know if I'll do 2 beers again. Actually, I probably will because, yeah, as I said, I've got a box getting delivered tomorrow. So, um, yeah, just not sure what it'll be. Probably try and do a similar time to tonight, finish up a bit earlier. Um, yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. Love yous all. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Cheers, peeps.